I'm here with Linda, who's bringing a claim against her employer. She doesn't have the 2 years service that you need to bring an unfair dismissal claim. So let's talk with Linda about how we're getting around that problem. Hello, Linda.
Hi, Gareth.
So in your case, tell us about the problems that you were suffering at the hands of your line manager.
Well, I had 12 months of being bullied, harassed. I felt victimised and I felt generally under pressure and upset. And after contacting you, I wasn't quite sure that I'd have a case, being as I had limited time with the company I was working for.
Can you tell us what the treatment was?
It was, well, I felt bullied. It was more being belittled in front of my team. So I was a manager there. He would constantly call me into his office, give me a dressing down in front of people, and make untoward comments to me.
And that was in front of your team members and people that you were managing?
Yes, it was in front of pretty much everybody that worked there, really. Team members, other managers, a number of people.
And you say that he made comments about your dress?
Yeah, just generally the way I dress. So he made comments about the types of shoes I wore. So I had to go out and buy new shoes, and about the length of my dress, really, with my skirt.
And was it particularly revealing?
No, it wasn't. It was just above the knee, and I would wear really thick tights with it.
Did you ever complain about this?
I did. I just felt it wasn't heard.
And when you complained to HR, how did they react?
I was told that they hadn't made the comment about the shoes, which my manager had told me they had originally, and they took notes of the meeting.
And when you came to see us, we said that you could bring an unfair dismissal claim even though you didn't have 2 years service. And what we told you was that if you receive bad treatment from your employer as a result of having made certain complaints, then you can be treated as a whistleblower and get the benefit of whistleblowing protection.
Yeah, so I was genuinely pleased that we could make a claim. It just shows that you obviously know your stuff.
And you found that after you made your complaint to HR, the treatment continued and got worse.
Yes, it did. It progressively got worse to the point where I ended up going off on the sick. It made me that bad that my relationship suffered, and even my home life with my children was suffering as well.
And that's what in legal terms we call a detriment. A detriment is bad treatment that you suffer from your employer, which can be your line manager, after you raise a complaint like this. We told you that a whistleblowing complaint is where you complain that there has been a breach of legal rights. And when you're an employee, you have legal rights to do with how you should be treated as an employee. And how did your employment come to an end?
While I was off on the sick, I then returned whilst the grievance was ongoing. And then I had further poor treatment, which resulted in me being extremely upset, and after already being to the doctors a couple of times, I went to the doctors and went off again, and then I was suspended for something that had happened 3 months prior. So I ended up resigning purely because I couldn't take any more of working there, and I felt I had no choice.
And in legal terms, when somebody resigns as a result of poor treatment by their employer, if that poor treatment is serious enough, then that's what you can call a constructive dismissal, which the law treats like a dismissal. And if that, in turn, results from a whistleblowing complaint, then that is unfair, even though you don't have the 2 years service you would normally need to bring your claim. And so in your case, we're bringing an employment tribunal claim against your employer. And where are you in that process?
We are currently getting the paperwork and the witness statements together, and hopefully, we will win. And all I can say is thanks a lot for all your help. I couldn't have wished for anybody better to look after me.